just an earth-shattering card, which comes from the widely discussed black swamp find that surfaced coming up on a decade now ago. For those who study pre-war baseball, to think that a card could exist in this kind of condition it's mind-boggling. What the black swamp find did for us was it kind of showed us what these cards actually looked like directly from the manufacturer. They look like, cards that are almost like, reprints made today. Yet there's no doubt this card is indeed 110 years old. It has to be held to be believed. The overall surfaces and the corners, the registration, everything is as immaculate as you could possibly imagine for an issue that was made that long ago and then has received the absolute perfect preservation since its production. There's no oxidation, the borders are white, the coloring is flawless, there's no wear. It's just a perfect card and 110 years old. This is a card that it's as awkward as to say that if this card were made in the 90s, it would probably grade a 10 based on the standards of the 90s. It's that nice. It's just it's the only 10 that we've ever seen, and it's from the E98 issue, a set which is very, very scarce prior to the Black Swamp find coming about. It's a card where you would normally see it in a 3 or a 4 and call it relatively high grade. What we have here is something that just transcends all the rules for pre-war baseball, and if you're in the market for the absolute best of the best, the museum pieces that exist in our market today, this one checks all the boxes. It's a recipient of our exceptional designation. It starts to get a little bit obnoxious because the card's already so perfect. To say it's in the top 15%, I just think it's hard to describe how nice this is and how incredibly scarce high grade is just from the pre-war era in general. I had to give it some notoriety as being off the charts. Cards from this era are not supposed to look this good. Zooming in, everything is as we would expect, and then some. I mean, I think, and it's the and then some part that I think is the most staggering. It's why we gave it a sticker. Even a 10 would have more flaws. You would be tolerant of more flaws than this card has. It's perfectly centered. The edges are without any defects. The corners are immaculate. The back is clean. It's just an immaculate card. So yeah, definitely something that has to be held to be believed. All told, it just is one of the more impressive investment opportunities that exist from the pre-war era. Ty Cobb, I'd say, along with just a couple other names, are the immortals from the era, but Ty Cobb is definitely at the top of that list. It just checks every box imaginable, and we're absolutely delighted to have this in our vault marketplace. And those, again, wanting to position themselves in the absolute best of the best, this one checks every box that exists. So delighted to have it, and we wish any prospective investors best of luck in trying to acquire it.